So our topic today is really a simple and kind of fun little thing that we do, and it's all about all about classifying things, or actually, it's not really about classifying. It's more about like figuring out what stuff is. So I got some candy here. We're gonna play with some candy. If we were in class, we'd have real candy. Pretend like this is an atomic fireball. That's not an atomic fireball, but pretend like it is. Okay, I don't have one. So we're pretending like that's what that is. Okay, so basically, if you were going to divide these things into two groups, like, how would you do that? Like, what is some characteristic we have of these candies that you could divide it into two groups?
Like some have clear wrappers and some don't.
Okay, so clear wrappers. Would you consider this one clear?
No.
Okay. All right. So clear wrappers and not clear wrappers, right? Okay. So then I've got my clear wrappers one. I'm going to start with them. How would I divide them?
One has stripes and one doesn't.
Sure. Okay. One has stripes and one doesn't. Okay. So if you were to take this, then you could essentially make a key. So let's see if I can do this. All right. So we're going to say, number one, our first classification was, and you don't have to write this down, has clear wrapper or, actually, I'm going to say wrapper is not clear. I'll make it more clear. So I have two options. Okay, and so then you would say, you direct your reader, and this is A or B, so choice A or B. And you'd say, okay, if it has a clear wrapper, I want you to go to 2. Word is crooked. And if it doesn't, I want you to go to 3. And so then you'd say, okay, number 2, A, B. So now we're looking at our clear wrappers, and we said striped or not striped. Hang on. Aha. I've located another candy. We'll put him in that one. Do I have any more? Cool. Look at this, guys. I ate one of them. I don't even know what it was. I think it was another type of peppermint. Dang it. I hate it when I eat the lab equipment. Happens all the time. Okay, so striped. So then what is this? Then let's identify it. It's a peppermint, right? Okay, and not striped. Well, this is going to be our quote unquote atomic fireball. It's not really a fireball, but we're pretending like it is. Okay. All right, cool. So now, oh gosh, now I have 3 that I have to distinguish between. So I have A, B. So how am I going to divide these guys? I've got some sort of taffy here, and I've got a Godiva chocolate, and I've got a Hershey's Kiss. Divide these into 2 groups for me.
Could it be the chocolate ones and the taffy?
Okay, so we've got made of chocolate or not made of chocolate. So we have chocolate or non-chocolate. Oh, can't spell chocolate. Whatever. Okay, so then I'm going to say, all right, so if it's chocolate, then I need to divide them again. But if it's not chocolate, then I can just write, what is this thing? What did I say it was? Coffee or taffy or what is it?
You said taffy.
An A or taffy? I don't know what it is, honestly. This is some Christmas candy that somebody gave me, one of those big packages of all kinds of different stuff. I don't even know what it is. I'm kind of scared to eat it. All right, so then 4. Apparently I wasn't scared to eat that other thing, though. It's gone. A and B. So then we would say, oh, I got my chocolates. How am I going to divide these up?
You could do color wrapper.
Okay, so we could have like a colorful wrapper, or not, maybe just silver. Okay, and so then these I got my Godiva, which probably isn't going to last much longer, and then I have my little Kiss. Okay, cool. So then how would you use this key? All right, so say I'm out walking in the wilderness because, I'm going to observe different organisms. and I come across an organism. Oh, what is this? I wonder to myself, or actually to you, it seems like. So I can go to my key and I can say, well, this has not a clear wrapper, so that's 3. And then I can say, ooh, it's chocolate, so I'm going to go to 4. And then I'm like, it's a kiss. I named it. Okay. So this is called a dichotomous key. And this will be one of the easiest things that you've done in biology, probably. But we use these. Now, nowadays, the dichotomous keys are online. So once we've identified an organism and we have named it, which you probably still haven't watched the video because that's on for your remote days, but we've named it. So we've come up with a scientific name for it. Now there has to be some way for other people that are doing research on that particular organism to know what the scientific name is, so we can like pool all of our research. So this is how scientists like work together, right? You know that we could have never gotten as far as we've gotten in life, as far as a society, if we didn't work together. And so you don't want to just be like, well, I've discovered this thing and I'm going to start over again with all the research that could possibly be done. Well, that's a horrible idea, because for years people have been researching this organism, whatever it is. And there's a bunch of data out there. And so you don't have to start at 0, but you do have to know what it is. So that's number 1. And so that's what these keys are for. So once we've found a species, identified it, named it, then we put it into a database of different organisms so that the next person that finds it can come along and be like, oh, that's what this is. And then they can go and research data using the scientific name of what has been found before and decide what kind of experiments or what kind of research they need to do to continue the knowledge that we've gained so far. Okay, so that's what we use these for. Dichotomous keys. Basically, di just means 2. And so it's basically you're dividing every time into two options. So I'm going to pull up a dichotomous key that I have made, and we're going to play with it a little bit. Okay. And this one is kind of fun because it's all about candy. And so I'm going to ask you guys one at a time. So just take turns. I don't care who goes first to run this through. So let's say, which one do I want to do? Okay. Oh, you can't see this. Dang it. Because I'm not. Here it is. All right. Somebody run this one through the key. So just unmute your mic and go first. And I'll help you.
So it's hard.
Okay. So what do?
You go to 7.
Okay.
Candy is spherical. So you then go to 8.
Hang on a second. It's supposed to be a disc one. It's supposed to be a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I ate the actual one. My bad. Pretend like it's a peppermint.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be not a ball. Yeah.
Okay, so I go to 11.
Go to 9 first. So
9.
you're on 7. So you went to 7.
Oh, okay.
And then it's not. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a ball. It's supposed to be a disc.
Okay.
Okay. So now go to 9.
Wrapper is transparent, so I'd go to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapper's clear, so it's a Mentis stripus.
What a lovely scientific name. Mentis stripus. Okay, cool. All right, let's try this one. So somebody else. Whoa, where's my camera? Whoa, this is like a bad microscope.
Candy is chewy, so I go to 2. Candy is wrapped, so I go to 3. That's not rounded, right? Yeah.
No, not really.
Candy is not rounded. Go to 5.
I think maybe it was supposed to be rounded.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of rounded. I'm like, that's not going to work. It must have sort of been rounded.
Okay,
sort of
so
rounded. It's kind of round.
It is rounded, so go to 4. Wrapper is all white, so it's Saltus taffina.
Saltus taffina, saltwater taffy. Okay. How about this one? Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. Candy is hard, so you go to 7.
Wait, is it? I think hard is like where you can't bite it.
Okay.
Should I try it? No, I'm just kidding. I think we all know what Hershey's Kiss is. I think that means hard candy is like one that you would break your teeth if you bit.
Okay.
So I think this is kind of soft or chewy.
Okay, Candy's chewy, so we go to 2. Candy's wrapped, so we go to 3. Candy is not rounded. I
I
don't.
hope it works. Okay. Oh, dang it. What are we doing wrong?
Go to 5.
Oh, no, we're right. We got it right. You got it right.
Okay, go to 5. Wrapper is not brown and white, so we go to 6. Wrapper is silver, so it's a chocolatis sisson.
Chocolate Sisson. Awesome. Okay. All right, back to the first person that went. I'm trying not to say your names because I, have to edit this out. So first person that went, how about a dum-dum? You know what a dum-dum is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be Chewy, and then I go to 2.
Dum-dum is a sucker.
What? Oh, right. Sorry. I thought you I thought you meant like one of those I don't even know what I thought you said. Never mind.
A dum-dum
Okay,
is
so
a sucker.
it's hard. And then go to 7. It is spherical, so I go to 8. It's wrapped, so I'd go to 11. It's on a stick, so it would be Mornis Moronis.
Moronis.
Oh,
dum-dum.
okay.
Somebody made up these. They're fun. Okay, next person. How about a starburst? Do you know what a starburst is?
Yeah.
Those little square things? Okay.
Yeah. Candy is chewy, so you go to 2. Candy is wrapped, so you go to 3. Candy is not rounded, you go to 5. Wrapper is not brown and white, you go to 6. Wrapper varies in color to Stellaria explodis.
Starburst. These are so silly. Okay. Let's finish it off with let me think, what do I want to do? The fireball. You know the atomic fireballs?
Kind of.
They're just like this. Look like exactly like this, except they're actually a ball. Like,
Okay. Are they hard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So candy is hard, so we go to 7. Candy is spherical, so we go to 8. Candy is wrapped, so we go to 11. And candy is not a stick, it's spherus combustus.
Mm-hmm. The circle, the hot circle. Okay. So dichotomous keys are easy, right? So I just have to tell you a little story, and then I think we're basically finished. This is a quick class. That whenever I was in microbiology in college, we had to use a dichotomous key to key our bacteria that we found. And so you can't just look at it and say bacteria is round, bacteria is wrapped, So what you basically have to do is you get a petri dish and you have your bacteria in it, and then you have to do different things to it, like a flame test. Does it turn orange whenever you flame it? Do you have and there were all these different tests. Our dichotomous key was about 700 pages long. It was the size of a massive encyclopedia. It was so many types of bacteria in that thing that it was insane. So while we kind of play with a cute little dichotomous key, these things are really, really big. And nowadays they are mostly online, so that you do the same thing, but you don't have to page through a book, because it would literally be say go to page 647. And we're like, oh my gosh. And they would just have the book divided into different classes of bacteria, and so it would tell you which class to go to if it did this, and then on that. And it was a lot. The ones that I love the most, I don't know if any of you guys are ever interested in botany or plants at all, but there's a Trees of Oklahoma book that our Oklahoma I don't know, Arbor Society or something puts out, and you can literally go out in your yard with this little key, and you just go through it, and it's bark is rough, or bark is smooth, and you can key out all your little trees in your yard. And so I actually did that when I was in botany. So this isn't just a fun little biology exercise. This is actually what scientists use to figure out what they're studying, so that they can, kind of do that whole database compiling, so that they can build on others' research, which is why we also have to have scientific names, because we use so many strange common names that it's it would be too hard to figure out what you were doing. If you're oh, we're studying the mountain lion. Well, the mountain lion has actually 5 different names. And plus that's in English. I'm sure there's some mountain lion name in French and Spanish and, everything else. And so as long as we have their Latin name, which is kind of funny. We're kind of joking about these names like Saltus taffinia. What do you think Ursus gummius is? Anybody got any guesses? Anyone know what Ursa is? Like Ursa Major, the constellation?
Is that a gummy bear?
It's a gummy bear. Yeah, Ursa is a bear. But so while these are kind of silly names, it's actually quite important to identify what you're studying so that you can use the knowledge that other people have gotten over the years, especially when you're like talking about bacteria and stuff like that. Like, man, you don't want to start over every time you start researching an organism. So, okay, questions for dichotomous keys?